As some of
Wow.
you know, that Armin Navabi had to go through a lot. He had to pay a very big price for picking on a certain community or a certain religion, maybe more than 2 years ago now. Sexy Kali, right? So
Right.
you said that, okay, you made fun of Sexy Kali purely because you realize that there is a group of people who cannot accept that, and they get just as butthurt as Muslims. Although I'm not saying that Hindus are known for beheading the blasphemers like Muslims are. I'm not going that far. But still, one step, if there was one step short of that, then that's how a lot of Hindus behaved against Armin Navabi. They went to the Supreme Court, they pressured Twitter into banning his account, thanks to Elon Musk, who restored Armin Navabi's account. He was in 2-year Twitter hiatus. But guess what, Armin? You were 2 years ahead of Jordan Peterson. Do you know what happened?
What?
He also spoke about our dearly beloved Your Sexy Kali.
Wow.
So he says, sheer unadulterated narcissism in action. This is narcissism in action, like, like I am the best, I'm fighting the good war or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Again, anyway, and that would explain, like, I mean, I'm still trying to understand, and guys, you guys can educate me. Maybe, Armin, if you pick up something, then you educate me, because I don't fully understand the tweet. Yes, he's referring to some academics. This person, this academic, Tyrion Steinbach, I don't know who that is. Apparently there's this argument there, and this person, Jordan Peterson, basically saying, you cannot make fun of her. Her worship, Kalima, Sexy Kali's worship, is now mandatory in all institutions of higher education in precise proportion to their past preeminence. We are indeed rotting from the head down. Now, what I don't know, Armin, how you see it. What I'm seeing it as, he's basically upset that him, as Jordan Peterson, as an academic or in the academia, people have to somehow show some reverence or politeness, kind of like a reverence that you are expected to show towards Muhammad, i.e., you have to say Prophet Muhammad. And some woke people go as far as saying Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So Jordan Peterson seems like he's pissed off at that. And guess what? All of our Hindu people have just unleashed their fury on him. And I'm just going to highlight one of them. Your old friend, the one who played a key role in getting you banned in India, Nupur Sharma. Not the good Nupur Sharma, not the politician. Some people might say she's not that good, but I mean, to me, she's good. But she's saying, look at this. Look at her attack. Now, see the hypocrisy here. All these Hindus came after you. They called you a misogynist because it's actually their ingrained misogyny that they saw a woman being called sexy is misogyny. Why can't a woman be proud of her beauty? Calling a woman beautiful or her being sexy is not misogyny. That's the opposite of that. But these people told you that you are a misogynist, you don't respect women, blah, 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 you're a jihadi, blah, blah, blah. And that same line, so this is the same line these other Hindus have been towing. Like this one, Nupur Sharma, look what she says. Please limit yourself. Now she's standing up for a woman deity, yeah, because she's so revered. She's a woman. This manifestation of womanhood. Great, women are great. So please limit yourself to the Chinese techno porn you seem to jerk off to in your drug-addled state. Now I don't know. Has Jordan Peterson said anything about Chinese techno porn or something, or is it just a dig at him for some reason? I don't know. There are a couple of things.
I don't know what some of the I've experienced a lot of Hindus like in trying to insult me, and sometimes they just like make up stuff, and I'm like, what is this about? It's just so random. They make I don't know if this is one of those random insults.
I think it has to be. It has to be because I did a quick Google on Jordan Peterson. Has he ever admired Chinese techno porn or not? I don't know that. But anyway, listen to this one.
There's an explanation for it.
He shared a tweet that was meant to be a porn satire. He thought it was real. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Right. Okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to. I'm gonna post a link to our members to be able to come up later. So I'm just gonna post that right now. But yeah.
Listen to this, Armin. and dealing with the Babylonian whore in your family. Now, that's, I think, again, like, is that something random? Vic, do you know about this one? Why is she calling? Is there a reference to the Babylonian whore and the biblical reference to that? Because he's Christian, and maybe, like, there's a Babylonian whore that's going to come end of times or whatever. The epitome of degeneracy or something that Bible warns you about. Is it that? But again, like, that doesn't apply because she's added the word in your family. Or why is she calling Michaela Peterson a Babylonian whore? I don't know. But anyway, understanding. Now here comes the crux of it.
I think she's like acting like I'm so smart, kind of like I don't
yeah, a lot of Indians do that. They throw in big words deliberately just pretentious, just to sound very smart. But anyway, so she goes, understanding Mother Divine with capital D and Sanatan Dharma is beyond your pay grade. Yeah, okay, you don't know that one. I think that's just I think she just could be, but again, like, it would have made sense had she attacked his Christianity and what the Bible has warned Christians about the Babylonian whore, like, the degeneracy and whatever. I'm a little bit sketchy in the details, but that would have been okay. That might have made sense because he's a Christian apologist to some extent. But in your family, I don't get it. But she's defending motherhood and this great archetype, of female deity and fighting good versus evil kind of thing. But then she attacks another woman and calls her a whore. I don't get it. But the point is, Armin, you won. Jordan Peterson is towing the line. He is going after Mother Kali as you did a couple of years ago, and you said, I'm going to do it just because you don't want me to do it. How do you see this?
Well, I think Jordan Peterson needs to come and talk to us about the experience he's having with Hindu.
Right, as if he would.
But yeah, also here's an interesting thing. The quote tweet that she had. It's so amazing how they think this is so intellectual. The whole Hinduism, the goddesses, and it's just like if you criticize it or if you mock it or if you're against it, it's just this is higher level of understanding that you're just incapable of reaching. And
always say that.
And they don't even blame to explain it to you because they're just working on a different level. Like it's just our minds is just so below the level that they're working at, that because they're like, okay, well, explain this philosophy to us because we've studied it a lot and it just seems all nonsense. But like, no, they and every time we listen to you explaining it, it just sounds like more nonsense. But at some point, maybe it's you, maybe it's just nonsense, because it surely can't be that all these Hindus all over India, okay, have this mindset, this intelligence, this like
the whole world can't. No one can understand.
Like from all of them, from the philosophers all the way to the most uneducated Indians out there, they just have this high level of understanding that just the rest of us cannot reach. And that could be the only reason, the only explanation for why we're mocking it is because it's above Jordan. I mean, Jordan Peterson is the person that a lot of these people were celebrating as a fellow right-winger. A lot of Hindutva constantly shared his tweets, enjoying it. But all of a sudden, he's an idiot and above his pay grade to even understand what this philosophy is all about, just because you just turn on them. So they throw you in the garbage as soon as you say something they don't like. So apparently that's how it works. Yeah.
Exactly. This is a very typical behavior. But again, the right wingers of every society, they act the same way.
Yeah.
But their views are not compatible with each other, though. Like a radical Muslim and a radical Hindu, they want to run their societies in a very similar manner, but they hate each other. Same thing with radical Christians as well, or people who are, right-leaning Christians. They also have similar tendencies, but because they developed a little bit earlier than the rest of the world, that's why they behave they're a little bit better than the others. But and this is why they saw, Jordan Peterson is anti-woke. Us radical Hindus are anti-woke. Boom, he's our ally. Well, hang on a second. He gives absolutely no respect to your archetypes, even though this is his own bias. He loves talking about archetypes, Christian archetypes, yeah, Jesus, etc. But he's not gonna give any respect to Kali Ma or Shivji or any other Hindu deity. He's gonna be like, what the hell is this nonsense? But to be fair, though, I think Jordan Peterson, I think Nupur Sharma and all the triggered Hindus didn't get it. I think Jordan Peterson, but I think he did say unadulterated narcissism. So he did attack the archetype itself, this fictitious character of Kali Ma itself. Like, you actually have praised it. You say, well, you like sexy, you like the character of Kali Ma, don't you? But Peterson didn't just diss the character of Kali, but I think the main motivation was the fact that, hey, I am being expected to respect it. I think that's where he should have gone, or that's where he should have kept it to, because then from his worldview, because if you can see good moral lessons coming out of the character of Jesus, then surely Hindus can also see some good moral lessons coming out of Kali, right? That's pretty fair, isn't it? We can criticize both Kali and Jesus, and we can attack them because...
Well, I mean, Jesus didn't commit massacre a whole bunch of people, but Kali did that to demons only.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Armin, but the point is they can all find some good lessons. Like Muslims would give you the same argument as well. Yeah, so what? He killed some Banu Qurayza people. We can learn. He told us to be kind to the orphans. Be kind to orphans. So, that's the logical inconsistency in Jordan Peterson's mind. But I think, as far as he's concerned, that, hey, you expect me to respect it, therefore I'm not going to respect it. That's a bigger point. That's freedom of speech. That he's consistent in that. That's anti-wokeism. Freedom of speech.
Okay, so Vic's Life is saying there was a Chinese, and apparently Troell is saying maybe it was British, right? Chinese or UK fetish porn that pretended to be a communist breeding program. Peterson thought it was real and retweeted it. So basically, if this is true, basically everyone here is being dumb, right? First of all, Peterson believing, obviously he's so anti-communist that as soon as maybe if he saw that and he just ran away with it, that's hilarious as well. That he believed that this is something is real without actually checking it, right? For somebody who has to be who people see as an intellectual, if this actually happened, that's kind of embarrassing for Peterson. But it's also embarrassing for Nupur Sharma. Am I saying her name right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because the guy, obviously, so people in our live chat can tell that Peterson just made a mistake. It's not like that's the porn that he watches. If that's the porn that he watches, then why would he come and share it publicly to everybody? But Nupur Sharma is just running with the narrative that, oh, that's the porn that you watch. Like, obviously, people can tell that Peterson had made a mistake, but you're just like, oh, like, I don't know, it's so stupid. And it's just amazing how people that can't think straight just get so famous. It just seemed like that. Sometimes I think like maybe that's the reason why they get so famous, is because people who are not as smart as many other people out there and have like really horrible conclusions, they just now could go around and pretending that they're smart as well, or they have come up to an intellectual conclusion just because they have these very famous people who make their views sound intellectual, support their narratives. And it's just very discouraging to think like it doesn't really matter how much you're making sense for you to be able to gain following. What matters is how much you're basically massaging these people's intellectual cocks for them to be able to enjoy the feeling that they are part of this unique club that gets it, whether it's on Nupur Sharma's side or Jordan Peterson's side. That's basically what you have to do. You just have to make the dumbest ideas sound intelligent for people to just be able to become your followers and be able to, popularize it. To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.